Yo, what's going on? First up, I just gotta break this tube in half. How's everyone's day going? There we go, a bit of a smaller flame. So I'm just breaking up this tube here to screw myself up. Fuck. That was not supposed to happen. Nothing to see here. What is everyone up to tonight? What's everyone smoking on? No comments yet. Yep, no comments. I can read comments, people. Ask them away. If you want to watch me make anything in particular, let me know. You want to watch me make pipes? Do you want to watch me make carb caps? Do everyday prep work for recyclers? Which is what I'm going to do if nobody says anything. Let's see, can I get a better camera angle for this? I think so. Guys, bear with me for another minute here and we're going to get started on some fancy work. Oh, here we go. Hey, MR, I'm Renegade. What's going on? The bowl part I did the hard way was by adding clear or color onto the tip. The easy way is just to make sure that you have a big enough bowl when you do that restriction. I can do another one. All right, let me. No. What's up, Earl Grey 007? Rick the Rebel, what's up? Okay. Okay. Let's try that angle. Okay, I can't see the comments as well from here, but I think you get a cooler view of what I'm going to do. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this right here into a cyclone chamber. Which is an essential component to my recyclers, which is essentially what I'm most well known for. Yeah, I'm looking down on top of the camera now. Double bubble? What do you mean double bubble? Like a double bub? Like a double bubbler? One of those? It would take a bit of work to do one though. So I've now pulled the neck that's going to be the neck of the recycler. Now I need to form the cyclone chamber. So I first start by condensing back from the top. And widening it out, but I'm also, as I'm puffing into glass, I'm drawing the lathe back into itself to thicken the glass up because I want to maintain the wall thickness. Now I'm just going to allow that heat that you see on that glass there to sort of dissipate. And then I'll take the flame up above it. And as I heat this, I'm going to pull the lathe in and really condense it. And you can see there that I've pulled the glass into the hour-shaped glass shape, if you will, sort of, that I want for my cyclone chamber. Now I form a bit of a step up top here, just to act sort of as a bit of a splash guard. Now I come back towards the top here where I'm going to form my mouthpiece Maria. So you can see I've now pressed the Maria at the top here, and that's what I formed out earlier. So you can see how the wall thickness is maintained throughout the whole piece there. And that's really the goal of glass blowing, in my opinion. Now I need to draw this out and form the tailstock of the recycler, or the drain. So I start by heating up close to the cyclone chamber that I just formed. But you're going to see that I'm going to jump the heat base down below for a while as well. Because once I get it built up here, when I bring it down below, the heat base up top is still sucking in heat. And because it's at such a temperature, it's going to continue to get molten formed. And I'm just going to slowly work my way down. And I'm allowing the glass to thicken up here and not pull out yet, because I want to make sure that when I pull it, it maintains the same diameter. Now I'm just waiting a second, then pulling it again. And one more move on that. And she's beautiful. I noticed that there's a bit of a wider spot right here. Beautiful. So that I'll show that to you again and pull up the comments in just a second now. Me again. Alright, so let's flip the camera, check the comments. Nice work, Master. Double bubble, please. Will you make a double bubble pipe? Good. I know a bong is doable. I could, but I mean, the problem is that with a double-sided pipe, whoever's drawing hardest gets the breath. So there's the beginnings of a recycler. Looking nice and crispy all the way down. All right, so next up, somebody wants a chillum. I don't want to make a chillum. Chillum's too easy. Oh yeah, I just showed you guys that. Alright, we'll do another chillum. I'll do a chillum the fastest way possible. A bubbler pipe. I haven't made one of those in a long time. Wow. Maybe. See if I have it around. Maybe I'll come back and then do that in a separate video all on its own. Could do that. Come back and make a double bubbler in a single, like, all in one video. Yeah, basically, but I don't know. I'm not gonna make a two-person fight. That just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. All right, but I'm gonna use this 12.7 tube to make a chillum for you, Mr. Renegade. 12.7 by 2.4 is my preferred tubing. A lot of people use 12 by 2.2. To me, that 0.2 millimeter difference really means a lot. I can feel it in my hand. So first up, I'm going to last time I put my restriction too high up. I'm going to put my restriction about right there and have enough room up top for a bowl this time. So I'm going to use my left hand to steady it, sort of like a cue, and I'm going to spin it on the spin it with my hand, using the left hand to brace it. And I'm going to spin it as evenly and consistently inside the flame as I can, trying to only heat up as small of an area as I can. As I do this, the glass is going to restrict on itself, and it's a little bit deceiving because after it starts constricting, when you take it out of the flame, it's going to constrict a tiny bit more. So I pull it out before I think it's done, and I actually just smooth out the outside edge, and then I take a look at it and reevaluate it and decide if it's good enough. This one is going to be a little bit big. This is about how big I'd put a bowl hole on, like a 14 millimeter bowl. But for the chillums, because it's a straight shot, you don't really want to clear it. You want the ash to stay up top, so I put a bit of a smaller hole in this. Then you can either blow the end open or pick it open. Blowing it open is probably going to be easiest for most people. Then just tear it open. Heating up the end just a little bit. And I'm just going to use tweezers now. That's really boring, what's that? I'm going to put a dot of on the side of the plate, on the side of the chillum. You know what? 3 dots, because I'm feeling generous. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. Now using tweezers, just going to warm them up a tad. You don't want them to glow or anything, but just warm them up. And then I'm just going to hold them and break it off about 3 inches down, maybe 4. Now I'm just going to draw it out a little bit, rather thin, and then I'm going to break it off as close to the chillum as I can get it. Using a pair of fine tweezers, I'm now going to open this end up. I'm going to use the glass tip again. Pick it open. And now if you want to just add a bit of a lip on there, just heat up one side gently, press, go to the other, press. There you go. That's the easiest way to make a chillum. Next up, I'm going to make a perk out of that. So this is dragon's blood. Yeah, dragon's blood. And I'm going to just make a simple perk out of it to put inside of a rig. Can't wait to see what? The chillum? Is that what you wanted me to show you, by the way? Not too sure. My pleasure. If I can spend a few minutes to help someone out, I'm glad to do it. Why do you think I did the YouTube channel in the first place? So now we're just going to warm up this piece of red tubing. And then I'm going to form a perk with this piece here. You know what I kind of want to make? A wine glass. This lathe right here, fucking a beautiful piece of technology. And tilt up. Thank you. I actually still have the rig in perfect condition. It's the metal. You have one of my rigs still? One of my earlier works? Is that what you're saying? So 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I became friends with this guy Dave, and he had just bought a house, and I moved into his basement, and he started blowing glass. We became sort of business partners, and he just sold his house out there, and we moved out to the middle of nowhere. And when we did that, we took the chance to expand our setup, so we invested in this lathe, which is a big investment. It'll take us about 5 years to pay it off. But I'm already grateful that I bought it. It costs more than I'm willing to admit. Yeah, so now I live in a 2-bedroom apartment in his house that we bought out in the middle of nowhere. So now we live outside of Kingston, Ontario, in just a beautiful house and on a great piece of land. I really couldn't be any happier. Wow, this piece of glass was really uneven. This piece of color that I picked up was really bad. Wow. Now I'm the one that made it, so. Is this view better or the one from above? Alright, you're finally getting somewhere, even in this piece of glass out. Alright, now I need to clean this end up and attach a blow tube to it. I feel like the view from the other side was better. What do you guys think? I know it's hard because of the glare and how annoying that shit is, but really without $1,000 camera equipment, I won't be able to get rid of that. Soon. I got another like $1,000 or something to pay off from my moving bills. And once that's paid off, I can start buying myself some toys. But hey, I'm just lucky that I'm still working right now, so. So now I'm just joining these two pieces of glass together that I'm really happy with. They're going to join together nice and sweet. So now I'm going to make a perk out of this right here. So the first step is to isolate the proper size section. Because this perk is going in sort of sideways, if you will. So this is the side, this is the top, if that makes sense. Probably not. Is today Saturday or is today Sunday? Oh, it's Sunday. Uh, I severed a nerve in my thumb once from a cut. That would definitely be the worst one. I don't really burn myself. Well, I don't feel burns the same way I used to. Oh man, I was just blowing into the wrong side. Fuck. It's okay, I can fix it. Yeah, I burned myself so many times now that my fingers just don't burn. I haven't quite cauterized wounds um, with like a 3 mil rod, but I have accidentally like sealed a cut with another burn. I use super glue a lot. My mom hates that. So I just widened up the receptacle that's going to connect to the joint. Now I'm going to take this and squash it into a disc on the graphite that you can see on the table in front of me. So all that attention to make sure it was a nice ball, all for me to just squish. All right. So now I've made the disc of glass. I'm going to take it back down to here. Where's the torch? There's the torch. So first I'm just going to warm it all back up because it took a long time to talk to y'all there. Then using the little tiny flame here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pull away glass. So I'm making some really thin spots on this piece on the bottom. So when I blow them out, I can make decent sized holes. And then I'm going to go back and put an X across the holes just to increase the amount of percolation that this has. I'm going to do a third one at the tip. Now I'm just opening the holes up to the desired diameter. I don't want excess glass in here. And I'm going around making sure that I'm getting all of the holes nice and hot, because I don't want any hole to get favored and allow the rest to cool down. That's how you get cracks. So if I focus too much on one area here, I risk losing the perk. Now I have a stringer of the dragon's blood right here. Now this is the Hydra by Nortel that I'm using. Fantastic torch. It goes from this single port flame all the way down, I guess all the way up to a full-size flame that you guys have seen me use quite a bit. Now there's 3 holes on the bottom there, each with a slit down the center. Just warming it up here so I don't crack it. And now I need to attach a 7mm post to the bottom of it. Doesn't need to be 7mm, but it's what I like to use. Now that still is not melted in on the where I attached the two, but the weight is going to make it difficult for me to do so. So therefore, I'm going to remove this other tube over here. Now I have to be sure not to get those holes too hot that I sealed up earlier, because the holes that I made are rather small and just a tiny bit too much heat and they'll close up. I also have to take my time going around here. Hey. There we go. That perk is now ready to go inside of a bong almost. So I was just measuring to see how much of this clear glass I need to get rid of. And it's actually essentially all of it. Which is fine, it's all sacrificial. Did Olive get her cookie? Yes. Fat dabs in the back being taken in exactly. No COVID here. All right, now it's ready to go in a rig. I'm going to say, though, come back tomorrow and we'll put that in a rig. So come back tomorrow and you'll watch me finish that piece that I just started. Let's say 8 o'clock.